At the moment, people in secondary care aren't as engaged with primary care commissioners as they should be. This lack of engagement between primary care and secondary care leads to real problems when primary care have the money for buying the services from secondary care. What secondary care teams need to do is work more effectively with primary care commissioners, GPs, pharmacists, commissioners who are managers, to help build the service that makes the patients better and treated more effectively and more cost effectively in these difficult times. The problems that it causes by them not working together is that it can limit the services that they can provide in secondary care. Because there's a lack of communication between primary and secondary care, that can lead to a really damaging conflict of what the patients need versus what's available to them. And so if the teams in primary and secondary care can work more effectively together, by people in secondary care working more effectively with commissioners, they can help build better services. When you come on the workshop working with commissioners, you get to meet the commissioners. You get to really sit down with them and go through all these strategies and tactics that you've planned, and you realise which ones are important to them and which ones aren't. This is always a great revelation on the workshop. When the people in secondary care, they know what's important, but they haven't thought about it from the primary care commissioner's point of view. What happens on the workshop is that they get to work on their own service offering. Individuals and teams who come on this workshop learn to develop their case, they get to pitch it to commissioners, and they get real-time feedback from the commissioners about whether this pitch would actually get accepted in real life. There's an additional thing that people get from coming on the workshop. They get help afterwards, because often they leave the workshop and they're going into the real life situation of actually having to work on developing a pitch and a case for the commissioners to help fund their service.